Hello everyone, it's Chala from Crafting Through the Chaos of Life. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. We are here with Margarete Miller Monday and Roxy's weekly challenge. So we are at week 12 for Margarete Miller and week 11 for Roxy's weekly challenge. So let's get started. Actually, before I get started, I do want to stop and pause and thank everybody again for subscribing, all my new subscribers, and I do want to throw something past you guys and let me know what you think. I was kind of thinking of doing a Saturday Night Live. I've done those in the past, but what I'd like to do is open it up to new content creators. So those of you who are just starting out your channels and are looking to, kind of get a boost or let people know that you are out there and around, give me an email and let me know if you want to be part of this. It will be a Zoom-based YouTube Live. So what that means is if you send me your email address and contact information, I believe my email address should be I'll make sure it's in the description box below. But yeah, send me an email. Let me know that you're interested in a Saturday Night Live YouTube Zoom kind of get together, and I just thought we would kind of do a craft along, and then you guys can take the opportunity to introduce yourselves, introduce your channels, share what you're working on, and just kind of like a give back to the creators and to those who have subscribed. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. I will probably have room for this first go round, maybe about 5 people. And I'm not exactly sure how long in length this Zoom will be. Maybe 1 to 2 hours. We'll kind of go with the flow and see how it feels maybe, or I'll get some feedback for those of you who want to participate. But yes, if you want to participate in this kind of creator boost, shall we call it, let me know, send me an email. I'd love to help you guys out and showcase your channels and just hang out with you and get to know a little bit more about you guys kind of in a live setting on YouTube. All right, so let's get started with our Margarete Miller. Week 12, we have a tool commonly found in a garden, and I pulled out a gardening book. And of course, we have these 2 types of hoes. We have a Dutch hoe and a draw hoe. So I'm gonna fussy cut those little bad boys out. A piece of postcard either side. I have this tiny little postcard. We'll probably use that maybe as a pocket or something. And a fragrant item from your surroundings. So I have this gorgeous candle. Let me just grab it. It was given to me by my family. I can't remember, it was for a birthday or something. And it's gorgeous. I think you can get it at Indigo here in Canada, but it smells like pink grapefruit to me, but it's called Panjuri Lychee by Voluspa. And look at this beautiful, beautiful container. You know I'm going to reuse that. And it just smells amazing. So that is something, fragrant items that surrounds me. I light this when I'm creating. It just kind of calms me. It's actually coconut wax, which is kind of cool. It's a lot softer than regular wax. But I decided to mix it with some of my wax seal beads. And hopefully it worked. Yeah, I just kind of, so I pulled it. So this is just a little silicone kind of mold that I got off of Temu, I believe. And it looks like it worked. It might be a little softer than the regular wax because I put that coconut wax in there, but oh yeah, it smells amazing. So yeah, I just thought, look at that. Just pop it out. How much fun is that? It kind of matches. So yeah, we're going to add that as well. So that's for something fragrant. I kind of got off on a tangent there. Sorry about that. Paper that has been stained or is stained. So when I was spraying my napkin papers a while ago, I really oversprayed on my area. And I had this gorgeous tag that I loved, and it ended up getting coffee stained in the process. I don't know if you can kind of see it there on the side here. It looks cool. I really loved these flowers that were on this tag. So I'm actually going to use this tag. Also, something you could give as a gift. So I thought, charms. Charms could actually be, put on a necklace, right? A necklace charm, and it could be given as a gift. So I am going to attach that to this with some purple twine just for fun. So I'm going to combine those two elements to create one element. And then bonus is a musical instrument. I have, ooh, what did I just do with them? Lordy, lordy, I know I just had them. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, it's right there. Okay, I have these awesome stamps that I got from Stamperia, and I haven't used them yet, and they're just gorgeous. I love the piano. I have tried to play violin. I have a violin. I've taken some lessons. I want to get back into it. I thought it would be fun just to stamp a violin on there, and maybe the piano as well. We'll see. So yeah, that's kind of what I've got going on. I have backed my pages with some scraps from the All Things Roses paper pack, just to kind of give it some sort of background. I did initially glue it down with my collage, or this matte gel medium. I've been using this for a while, and you know, for the most part it works okay. As you can see, it is kind of warping my paper a little bit. Not a big deal, because you can put something heavy on there and it'll flatten it down. I've also been using it like Mod Podge as well, but it's very matte. There's no gloss to it at all, and it's okay. I do think for longevity purposes, Mod Podge works better than this stuff, like for Mod Podge purposes. But I mean, it's okay. I mean, I wouldn't say no to it. You know, the more I'm working with it, it's thicker. It's not as runny. But yeah, I've been using it to do, you know, when I'm doing big pieces like this is how I'll glue down instead of my glue stick. Just because I have these, I ended up getting really tiny glue sticks and I'm not in love with them. I like the bigger ones, but I mean, it's still glue. It should still work, but you know, just trying different things out. So I have backed that. So let's go ahead and figure out what we want to do here. So the first thing that we need to do, I should say, I hope you're all doing well and finding yourselves in your creative spaces. Just going to really quickly, I think I'm going to keep the names. Of course, when I thought garden tool, the first thing I thought of was a hoe. And then I had a whole bunch of inappropriate jokes running through my head, because that's how my brain works. I'm going to save this paper because I think we can collage with it or create something with it. I like the words, so for the, you know, the text. Yeah, and so I think I'll keep those because it'll be fun just to kind of remember which is which, because I didn't know that there is a difference in names. I was just like, you know, a hoe, you know, the hoe with a hole or the flat hole. That's what I would call it. So I'll just quickly cut this out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Give yourself permission just to glue any old thing down. We don't have to make a masterpiece out of it. The whole point of this for me, for doing these Margarete Miller challenges, is I start off with them, especially when I haven't been crafting for a while. So generally during the week, I don't get time to come down into my craft room. Just life is so busy, and quite honestly, I'm tired after a long day of work. So when I come back in here, I'm usually creating Saturdays or Sundays. And it's just a really great way to kickstart my creativity again, is with these challenges. So I always start off my weekends start off my creating with Margarete Miller Monday. And then Roxy's Weekly Challenge is also a great way to, you know, use up items and, you know, again, get that creativity flowing. Somebody's giving you an idea. You are basically, you know, recreating it, but you have the opportunity to make it your own as well. You don't have to do exactly what Rachel does, you know, play with it, make it your own, tweak it however you want to do it. This is going to be the oddest collage ever, but for some reason I want to make a big X with them. I don't know why. Okay, so this is going to be a pocket. I have to think about my stamping. I think I should probably do my stamping first. So let's do maybe the piano over here and the violin over here, because I think the kind of lacy look on the violin would look cool. So let's give it a go. Yeah, I love it. It has the ballet slippers as well. I think that's so pretty. Okay, now do I have, ooh, that's good and sticky. Oh, this is nice and sticky. I like that. Do I have a stamp block long enough? Sort of, close, but you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. If you don't have a stamp block long enough for what you wanna do, use a ruler. Okay, so we'll just kind of pop that on there. No harm, no foul, right? It's perfect. And then I'm just gonna turn this because I want to stamp it here. And let's just use black. I was thinking brown, but I think I'm just going to use black. Actually, let's go this way. So this is a brand new stamp. Maybe actually what I want to do for this, because you know I have a ton of this dictionary page from my amazing friend Rosanna. Hello, Rosanna. Maybe I'll stamp it on here and then we'll fussy tear it out, and that'll just give it a little bit more instead of just doing it on the blank, if you know what I mean. It gives it a little bit more interest. Plus it helps me to test out the stamp and see if I'm getting good ink coverage and if it's going to stamp nicely. And then if it's not perfect, it looks like it was meant to be that way on the paper, right? That's kind of my thinking. Oh, the ink I'm using is my VersaFine Claire Nocturne. Love this stuff, especially when you want a really good image. So let's stamp. Ooh, that's kind of perfect, isn't it? Yeah. Let's use that then. There we go. Let's see how this works. Now, I used to be absolutely neurotic about, oh yeah, it didn't work very well, did it? I used to be really neurotic about cleaning my stamps after each use. I've gotten less so over the years. I've realized, you know what? It shows that you've loved them, that you've used them, and it helps season the stamps too. The more you know, kind of that buildup of ink. It's kind of like that, the theory of mixed media, right? You're building up layers and you get cool looks. Okay, let's try again. Let's stand up and give it a little oomph. A bit more pressure. And this paper is fairly absorbent too, so it might just be that it's really sucking up that ink. Okay, that's better. I'm just going to use that. Yeah, I'm not going to get too twisted that it isn't like absolutely perfectly stamped. Ooh, can you hear that? That is some good stick. Okay, these are really good quality. Now, I did pay a pretty penny for them. In my mind, it's a pretty penny. So Canadian, that was $18.50 for this stamp set. Now, it's a little hard for me to swallow, but having said that, these are really good quality. They are. Okay, how do I want to do this one? I am going to have to use this again. I am going to just stamp it off on the same paper, I think. Just to see if it's going to work. Again, I'm going to stand up, give it a little bit of oomph. I suppose I could have stamped the bow at the same time, but that's fine. Give it time to get that ink soaked into the paper. Ooh, I like it. I might actually just go with that as well. Okay, let's do the bow. I'm so glad I'm using these. There's nothing like buying something and not using it, right? Ugh, I hate that. You're like, oh, I could totally do so many projects with this, and then it sits there collecting dust. And that drives me bananas. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Okay. I think I will try re-stamping these directly on the paper, and then if it doesn't work out, then I can fussy tear around it, right? Okay. Let's do, oops, I'm dropping everything all over. Let's try the violin, but I just chucked everything all over the floor that I didn't want to. But where do we want it? So we need our pocket, wherever our pocket went. Yeah, I'm just kind of a hot mess right now. Well, let's just eyeball it. Let's just do that. Okay, stick that back on there. And ink it up. Oh my goodness, I'm up and down, getting my squats in, I guess. So pocket's going to be down about there. Maybe we do it like this. I'll have to take that off. Okay, let's commit. Here we go. We're committing. Hopefully this works out. And again, if not, we'll work around it. We'll make it work. Okay. Lift. That's cute. I'm not mad at that. That'll work. Okay. Mr. Violin, let's put you back here. And then bring back our bow, because you can't have a violin without the bow. Yeah, I'm not good at all with violin. Well, sort of. I just haven't played in a really long time, so I'm going to sound like I'm a cat in boiling water again. Whenever I play my violin, that's what my husband says. Oh, I do like the sound of cats in boiling water. Okay, right there. Not going to overthink it. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, we've got that done. Super. Set that aside. Okay, and then let's, whoops. Oh my goodness, I've got butterfingers today. Let's fussy tear our piano. Couldn't think of the word there for a second. Okay, this is not tearing as nicely as I would like. That's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. I say that, but I want it to be, but it doesn't have to be. Okay. Ooh, that's a terrible sound. It made my teeth itch. Put our lid back on that and put that away. Okay, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to use glue stick. Am I? Am I though? I feel like I glued that lid right on. Look at me not using a glue book. I don't even know if you can see. Okay. Trying to get all the edges. And we'll just pop this right here. Okay, now we need our hose. Bring out the hose. This is going to be like a weird collage, but that's okay. I'm just going to use our glitter. Oh, why is my pin not in there? Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Oh, we're okay. Let's put you this way. And you, sir, shall go the other way. Like that. Why? Because we can. No particular reason other than we're just going to do it. All right. Next thing we need is to put our pin in our glue. Okay, where is? There it is. This is what I'm looking for. And I think I want to round the corners just a little. At least on the top, because that's going to be a pocket right there. And I do think I want a thumb notch in it. Okay. Just kind of camouflage those white edges. And Art, come on back. It's your time to shine, my friend. Right, like that. Okay. There we go, that is done. Then we have this particular thing, which I think I'm just going to and that could also be a pocket over there too. Not that we have anything to put in it, but I mean we could later on. This guy is bubbling up. Why are you bubbling up? I mean, I'm going to end up covering up the name of that hoe, but is that terrible? Oh. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I kind of like that in here. So let's put our charm on like this. Like that. I want this to hang down. So now I got to try and tie this knot. So that's kind of firm there, but this hangs down. Okay. Little tricky, but I think we can make it happen. Let's use you for a second. Tweezers, hold that down there for me, would ya? Yeah, right about there. Haha. And then we'll tie a little bow. Ooh, are we going to get a bow? Yes, we will. We just have to fandangle it a wee bit. Might not be the prettiest bow, but yeah, it's fine. Ooh, that's a little tricky. Okay, now I just need to tighten you up. Okay. Do I care that the tails are not even? I don't think so. I think it's fine. We'll tuck that in there. I will put something here. Yes, I will. In just a minute. Then we have our wax seal that we still have to get on there. And then this. Maybe we don't even have to put that, maybe we can just glue that down there, right? Okay, this is a little different than I had originally planned, but I'm liking it. And now I just need to locate my wax seal. Ooh, it's a bit soft because of that coconut wax, but we're gonna make it work. Yep. Can you see the little decoration in there? It's kind of like a, oh, there we go. Kind of like a little wreath, or I don't know what you call it. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Okay, we'll just glue it down. Oh, that smells so pretty. I love it. Okay, just have to remember that if you do use wax seals, you do not want this to be left in a car or someplace in the sun, or your wax will melt and stick your pages together. So just, you know, keep that in mind when you're gifting this to someone or if you're using it yourself. Okay. I store mine downstairs in my cold basement, so mine should be fine. And we'll just put you there. Okay, so it is still looking a little bare-ish. I feel like we could do more. So we're going to, just with some washi. That's not bad. Kind of like that one, so let's use this one. And try to find the end. I think it's right there. It feels like it. Let's just do a double check. Yeah, that's what I am feeling. Okay, perfect. I'll just put a little bit of washi right here. This stuff is not sticky enough at all, so we'll use glue stick. Just a little color there. And we need maybe something there. Actually, let's put another little piece over this way. Okay. And something there. Let's just use the same stuff. And we'll have it going on a diagonal the other way than the violin. Got some interesting angles going on this one. Yeah, we'll just kind of have it going like, maybe like this. Okay, definitely a different collage. But again, every one does not have to be a masterpiece. It's just about exercising that creative muscle of yours. Let's just throw those back away, otherwise I'm going to have everything out and it'll cause a disaster. Okay, so looking for the lid to my glue. Does anybody see the lid to my glue? No? Oh, there it is. I see it now. Stamp is on top of it. Okay, so let's see. Do a quick recap here. We have, there goes my lighter. We have a tool commonly found in a garden hoe, a piece of postcard either side, check a fragrant item from your surroundings, used some wax and some wax seal from my craft room that I usually have burning. Paper that has a stain or is stained is actually this, which we're using as a cute little tag in here. Something you could give as a gift. We have this little charm. It could actually be put on a necklace and be given as a gift. And then a musical instrument. We have the violin and the piano. All right, that is Margarete Miller Monday, week 12 in the books. Okay, so I'm going to pause quickly, do a 10-second tidy, and be back with our Rachel's. Oh, no, not well, it's Rachel's, but Roxy's weekly challenge. Okay, so we are back, and what we're making is a tri-fold folder, ephemera holder journal spot. That's kind of what Rachel called it. We're going to see if we're going to be able to create the same thing. I have these papers. I think these are from Nature Notes. I can't remember honestly where I got them from, but I just backed these onto 60-pound cardstock just to give them a little bit of structure. Rachel had had printed like an old book page onto cardstock to make her little folio folder thing. This is what I have on hand, so this is what I'm going to use. We don't have to do it exactly as Rachel does it, but we're just, run with the idea. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get 2 done, but let's start with this one. And she had folded it. So, yeah, obviously I didn't do a very good job of gluing this. I used my matte gel medium on here, and sometimes I'm not the greatest at getting the corners. So, and the paper is a bit warped, but like I said, once we're finished making this, I'll put it under some heavy books and it'll flatten out, or I can iron it, throw it in my heat press if I'm really feeling up to it, and it'll flatten it out. Okay, so again, we're just doing the kind of folio thing. So this is going to fold over. I want to use my scoreboard. I'm not as brave in my folding as Rachel, so I am going to use my scoreboard. So this side will be the flap on the right. Okay, so it is like a little trifold thingamabobber. So let's do 1 1/4. 1 1/4? Yeah, I think 1 1/4 will be fine. So we're going to score it 1 1/4. And let's figure out from there how much room we have left. So I've just folded that piece of paper under just so I can measure and see how much I have left after that. So about 8 3/4. Do I feel brave enough? Maybe after that first score I feel brave enough. So I'm not meeting it like tight. I don't want it to be tight to that crease. Look at me being brave. Okay, let's use our bone folder. And I'm going to score this one while I have it here, just because it makes sense. If I'm doing 1, I might as well do 2. 1 1/4, like that. And that way, if I have time, then we can get 2 done. But I don't know. I tend to take a lot of time trying to figure out how to decorate. So, but that's the most fun part. That's why we spend the most time doing it, is because we enjoy the decoration portion of it. So about there. Again, you can print directly onto the cardstock, but I have a poop ton of cardstock that doesn't necessarily go through my computer, or through my printer, sorry. And I have a whole bunch of papers that it just laying around, that it just made sense to go, oh, I like that, to go ahead and glue them on and use them up that way. Okay, the next thing Rachel did was she went into the inside and she put some book page down. Now, I quite like using this Anne of Avonlea. I'm very sad. My daughter and I have finished the Anne of Green Gables series now. I think I want to do a tear ruler. Yeah, so, I mean, it's done. Now we got to figure out something else to watch together from my childhood. Subject her to all my favorite childhood shows and memories, whether she wants to be part of that or not. Actually, I think what might be fun is to watch with all the kids. They've watched a little bit of it, but I used to love the show Dinosaurs. Do you remember that? It was like almost like, what do I want to say? Like, you know, the family Roseanne, or the show Roseanne, but it was done with these dinosaur characters where people were like in these costumes. Dumb as dumb, but funny at the same time. Maybe my sister gave me those DVDs a while back, and maybe we'll watch those just for something fun. Okay, I kind of miss that, you know, Sunday. Oh, it used to be we'd watch The Littlest Hobo on Sunday, and Walt Disney World, right? Walt Disney would come on and you'd watch that as a family, and then Fraggle Rock, that would all kind of be on around the same time, and so we'd watch that. I'm gonna ink this. Watch that as a family, and you know, those are traditions that I miss and that I want to instill in our family, because I feel like we are, you know, we're drifting apart. Everybody kind of goes off into their own corner on their own devices, watching their own shows, and yeah, I want to kind of bring back the actual watching things together. So just doing a very crude job of inking here. Okay, and then we'll just ink this up a little bit. Yeah, I miss those times. Walt Disney World. I remember one of my dad's favorites is when they would bring on like the Goofy ones. You know, Goofy trying to ski, and then the woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And then my dad used to do that noise, and oh my gosh, it would just make me laugh when he'd imitate him. Okay, I think that's good. Let's glue that down. Then we're going to have something here. We're going to have a pocket here, so I'm not worried that it's not coming right down to the bottom. Let's grab this. I'm trying to get away from using book pages to glue on, just because kind of, I don't know, kind of feel like I'm wasting them, and it's, you know, you do a couple glues, like 1 or 2 glues, and then your whole page is all sticky, and yeah, I don't know. We'll just use this mat. It's easy to wipe off. Okay. Bring this guy back. I am getting ever closer, you guys, to that 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you. So I'm probably in the giveaway box. I've been thinking about this, so I have some paper, I have some stamps. I'm going to have ephemera, likely some of these pieces I've made. I'll probably tuck some of those in there. These are the fabric samples, some trims. Yeah, lots of goodies I am going to throw in there. So keep your eyes peeled for when that comes out. I'm building the box slowly. I'm just going to get a big Canada Post box, like the one size shipper, and then I'm going to just shove as much as I can in it to make it worth, you know, to make it a good little package. Because you pay, I think you just pay one fee for that box, and then you can just shove whatever you can in it, and they have to ship it. It doesn't matter how heavy it is or whatever. So, okay. Something down here for a pocket, and I'm literally not kind of doing what Rachel did. I mean, I could use some of my, I could have used my All Things Roses to make one of these, but I just kind of want to do something different. This is from the Junk Journal Studio again. This is just pieces that I had printed out from one of their kits. I can't remember what it is right now, so don't ask me. Maybe let's use this kind of time card, because I feel like it goes with this. Yeah, I wanted to just kind of do something away from florals at the moment, if that makes sense. I know it's spring, but we're still kind of in the spring theme where we're doing botanical with this nature notes. So, you know, we might only get one of these decorated, which is just fine. You can mass make these if you are a lot faster than me, but I like to enjoy the process. It's not about how many I can create, it's about enjoying the process. Oh, I forgot to share with you guys too. I got a motivation alert and I thought it was really good. Do I want to back this on a piece that I have? This looks like it's perfect, and it is, so yes, I will. This is just, I think this is just watercolor paper. I have a drawer of scrap papers, blank papers next to me. It's literally just full and overflowing. So I'm trying to use those up. Okay, our motivation is discipline yourself to do the things you need to do when you need to do them. And the day will come when you will be able to do the things you want to do when you want to do them. Zig Ziglar. Thought that was kind of a great little quote. Goes back to that one that I have on my screensaver, which is, if you want it badly enough, you'll find the time and energy to make it happen. It's true. It is all so very true. Just, you know, my biggest thing is, as I'm always saying, I'm just too tired. I'm just too tired right now. I just don't have the energy, and I need to stop doing that. I've also started, I'm not a big breakfast person. I cannot eat before 10. It makes my stomach feel ill. I generally don't. But I am now starting, I'm going to drink smoothies, just to get some calories in me, because I can go without eating lunch and I can go without eating dinner. I can go with just like, it's terrible, just snacking on whatever, like our office provides us with snacks. It's so great. But I end up working through lunch and then just snacking, which is terrible. So I've got to get over that. I've got to stop doing that. Okay, I'm just going to trim this down a wee bit. So yeah, and that should help with my energy, with my feeling foggy headed and tired and all of that. So we're going to give that a go. I've been 3 or 4 days now doing the smoothie thing, and I actually haven't even been drinking coffee. Who knew? Who knew one could survive without caffeine? I didn't think it was possible personally, but apparently it is. So there's a bonus as well. Okay, let's cut it at that line. We can use this scrap piece for like a mini pocket too, or mini tag or something. Not to worry, it's not going to go to waste. Okay, let's do another little notch hole thing. It's deceiving with these lines where the middle is, but middle-ish is good enough for me. And get our ink out. So these are so much fun. I mean, these would work in any journal. It's like a little folio that you just kind of tuck in there. I mean, I suppose you could have it be like a flip out, maybe, I don't know, onto a page, or just, you know, I think it's just meant to be tucked in there is what Rachel was going for. And that is good. Okay. And then the other side, she had, this side, she had some papers, and she did one which was belly band, and then she had some papers over here. They're just like collage papers, just random scrap papers that you have laying around. I've just pulled a few things out. I'll show you in a minute here, but so this side is where we're going to have our papers. And then she also decorated the front and the back. Can't remember if she decorated this, but I do want to round those. So let's do that. Medium sounds good. Yep, I'm liking that. Okay. All right, I just need to ink this for a minute and wrap my head about what I want to do. I kind of like that nature is back there. That's cute. Ooh, do we want those rounded? Probably. Just for continuity, I think. We'll do that. Ooh. Oh, more motivation. Oh my goodness. What are they trying to do? They're just trying to keep our mojo going today. Okay. Let's ink that. All right, what do we got? Motivate me. How to self-love. Work out, eat healthy, practice virtues, defend values, seek challenges, speak truth, accept responsibility. Self-love is earned, not wished. Carlos Del Valle. Val. That is true. Maybe that's what I'm doing. Maybe it's telling me that all of this change in diet and exercise that I've been doing is reminding me that it is self-love and that I need to do it. Okay, so I think what we'll do for the back of this, what do I have? I have some scrap papers. Let's just take a look. Lots of randomness. We could use that. Why not? Let's not overthink it. Let's just grab this because I think, ooh, pretty much perfect. Pretty much perfect. Does it kind of go with the theme? Yeah, kind of. Okay, so let's do, I suppose I should have put this on before I rounded the corners. Where did my pencil go? Oh well. Not a deal breaker. Let's cut it about there. Make sure I make my mark dark enough that I can actually see it. All right. And if you put your trimmer the right way, it does work a lot better. About there. Okay, now we've got an even smaller scrap. And about there. And then we have this little leftover. Okay. Did I even cut on the right line? Why does that? I didn't. Where did I? There's my line there. Where did I even get? I don't know. I don't know what I just did. And I haven't even been drinking. Okay, let's try that again. Nice dark line there. And let's just take this and rub that fake line out. Try this again, because it wouldn't be me if I didn't make a mistake. Let's not call it a mistake. Let's just think of this as a journey, and I took the scenic route. I like to take the scenic route quite a bit. Let's round these corners with the same rounder. And then see, yes, look at that, see? Problem solved. All right, maybe we will use a combination. We'll do some glue stick, and then we'll use art around the edges. Because I'm terrible at the edges with my glue stick, but art can come to our rescue. And do that. All right. Bam and bam, just like that. Okay, and that is a little bit thicker of cardstock itself as well. It's like scrapbook paper, not like copy paper, so it does help flatten that out. All right, I want to put some washi tape there because I think it would look cute. And I need to use washi tape because I have washi tape that I'm not using, and we need to use it because we bought it, so we should use it. You know what I mean? Okay. That's Paris. I can go with a bit thicker one. Ooh, that one will work. Let's do that. And it kind of fits the botanical theme. So let's just do it. I will be sad when this stuff is all used up, but it's also good to use it up and not just have it in my museum of goodness. Okay, let's cheat a little bit here, and we'll just glue here. Is that a piece of cat hair? No. My cat's generally not in this room, so I'm not sure where the cat hair would have come from, even if it was cat hair. Okay. Ooh, I like it. We may not get more than one done, but boy, the one that we're going to get done is going to be cool, right? That's what it's all about. Like that. And like this. Let's trim it from this way. Let's try not to cut the paper though. Okay, we have that done. That's cute. I really like that. Okay, next up we need to put on our little scrap pieces of paper. Sorry, I gotta put my washi tape away right away just to give me some more room. Craft myself into a 6-inch square is really what is going to end up happening. Okay, don't think I need my glue at this moment. So let's do some quick decorating on here. I want to put some mushrooms on, I think. So I have these mushrooms. Yeah. Let's add those on there. If we put it like that, maybe ink it just a bit so it kind of stands out from that background. I mean, I could put some book page underneath it just to help it pop out. Do we want to do that? Do we want to take the time? Maybe we do. Maybe just a little bit of that dictionary page. Gosh, this stuff has come in a lot of handy. I've been using this stuff like gangbusters. I do have a lot, so that is good. Kind of do not feel bad using it since I have so much. Okay, maybe rip. I like that 1547 number. I'm gonna rip right under that. Let's bring this out and this. Just ink around these edges. I find this process with this mat just sometimes a little bit easier when it comes to inking edges. Sometimes it's a bit faster, especially with these kind of smaller pieces, which also, if they're fragile, it's difficult to, hold in the air and ink. So. And this is a waffle flower mat. It's like a silicone mat from Waffle Flower. Got it in my card making days and it's come in handy. Not necessary, obviously, but nice to have. And I'm really going to have to wash off my glass mat because I got glue all over it. I have just been willy-nilly with the glue, not using a glue book. Tried using the silicone mat, forgot about it, or the craft mat. Maybe about there. Could you even use washi stickers or like vellum stickers to decorate with? That works as well. Decorate with whatever you have. You do not have to use what Rachel uses. You do not have to use what I use. Look around with what you have and make it work. And chances are, whatever you create is probably going to be more beautiful than what I do, let me tell you. Okay. There we go. This is backed onto cardstock as well. When I first started, I backed all my little fussy cuts on cardstock, not realizing I didn't have to do that and that it would add a lot of bulk to my project. But I still want to use them, and you live, you learn, and sometimes it is handy if they're a little bit stiffer, especially if you want them to kind of hang over the top of pockets or something. You've got just that little bit more stability, but sometimes you don't want that. Okay, maybe a label up here. I have my Tracy Fox labels. Something in here going to work. Let's just use that because we can and we don't have to overthink. Quick little inking. This is fun. I like this. When I first saw it, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I like it, but am I really feeling it? Am I really feeling like doing it? And apparently I am, so well done. Well done, Rachel. Great project. Okay, and placing that label there, I just realized that I want to be careful. I should have put it down just a little bit lower, but I can still get 2 holes in because I'm going to put my papers in there with some twine, which I need to grab just in this drawer. There we go. Oops, didn't mean to throw that like that. That was rather aggressive of me, sorry. Okay, so the papers that I pulled out to kind of put in here, I have some like little pads of paper. They're these from Temu, a bunch of them. So I'm going to use, one of those because I have them. A receipt, another piece of or papers that I got from Temu or Amazon or AliExpress or whatever, Amazon somewhere. This one is actually like horticulture, which is cool, Encyclopedia of Horticulture. And then my German dictionary, which I need to rip down because it is too large for this page. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's just use the sky. And about there. Ooh, this stuff is so delicate. I'm actually going to let that go. Stunning, I know. And then do it like about here. We can't hoard all the things, my friends. Sometimes you have to let stuff go. Even though you're like, oh, I could use that. Yes, you could, but are you? Are you really going to use it? And are you going to use it soon? That is really what I am having the difficult... Did I cut that too short? Oh, a little bit, but that's okay. Those are the difficult conversations I'm having with myself lately with everything in my house. I need to pare stuff down. Okay. So that one is too wide, isn't it? Is that what my problem is? Yes. So let's just then tear you down. And then on this side, I'm gonna leave the tops flat or straight, and then this I can tear down just a wee bit, like that. And then that should solve that problem. So just kind of lining them up at the top, like that. Okay. Now I want to use smaller holes. Actually, let's do eyelets. Okay, how are we going to do this though? Because I think the eyelets would look pretty. No, we don't want to use, let me think. Yes, I want to use eyelets on the outside, but not eyeletting the whole thing. Okay, that might not have made sense to you, but give me 1 minute. Okay, just making sure that it stays or does not hinder that fold. Yeah, that's okay. All right, so we can do 2 little holes. Now I need to put these here because I need the holes to match up and be in the same place. So that is why I am punching them both at the same time. Okay, so let's do maybe, let's actually mark it out with a pencil maybe. Okay, let's do a hole, maybe, let's try and measure it up. Maybe that'll be better for my, maybe about here, about here. Is that equidistance? Somewhat. Close enough. Close enough. Okay, so here we'll punch, and there we will punch like that. Perfect. I like the smaller holes. It makes me happy. Okay, we're going to take these off for half a second. And I mean, they are not by any stretch of the imagination level even. That's okay. It's a junk journal. Let's grab some eyelets, because that string will be pulling on it just a tad. And let's use, not that one, that's not the one I wanted. I want one, these kind of browny ones. Yes. Yes. Those the same? Yes. Okay. Done deal. Oh my goodness, well, we've gone over in time, but that's all right. It's not a race, right? I just put that away and I need it. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these in here, and hopefully I left enough room for that flap to come over. Yes, okay. Okay, put one brad in like that, the other brad in like that. Yeah, maybe doing Roxy's weekly challenge after the Margarete Miller is not the best. Maybe I need a little bit more time to do that, but oops, let's actually push it over. Oh, I gotta change this one too. You know, maybe I need a little bit more time to get both these things done, but it'll be fine. You guys can always skip over and skip to the end and see what happened. I won't know. It won't hurt my feel bads at all. Okay. So then I like that. Okay. Then we're going to take this and our string. Let's cut it about there. And I want it to tie on the front. So I'll pull it through here. Uh-oh, I should clip these together so the holes didn't move. And there we go. And then this is going to go through. You might want to use a needle. I am too lazy to find my needle. Like that, then back down the papers. in through here. Give it a little twist, maybe that'll help it go through. Excellent. Turn it over. And now we will just tie a pretty bow. So then you can undo this and take the papers out and use them for collage or whatever you want to make with them. Now this is where we struggle with getting a pretty bow. I am not the best at bow tying, I don't know. Usually yeah, I think this is the better way to do it. I think I went around one too many times. And that just, yeah, that's better. Well, whatever. It's a bow. You get how bows work. Okay, I'll fuss with that later. But then we have these cute little papers in there that you can use to collage on. You can put as many as you like. I just, put a few. But I think that is so cute. And then you can put a tag. And then she also did, let's see, I'm going to make time to do this. She had a tab, and then we can make it into an enclosure as well, if we want to. Do we want to? Yes, let's just get it done. Let's use this. Yes, this would be good. And pop that open. This thing always scares me when I pop it open. And then I actually need to fold this over to create that tab. Folded end goes up here. Oh, it's Sunday here and my husband has started his roast and it smells so good. Okay. There we be. Like that. Okay. Let's glue this on, and then I do want to do another, sorry, I know, taking so much time out of your day, but I do want to do another eyelet so that we can, let's put that about there, so that we can wrap a string around it and have it as a closure. I think that would be the thing to do. Definitely did not get two done. Barely even got one done. But, okay, another brad. I think I want to go just a little bit bigger. I'm going to use a bigger brad. I think I'll stay in the same kind of color family though as we did with the other one. Put that there. Let's grab this guy. I need to put this over here so I can see it and not lose it. So we'll use the big one. There we go. And about there. Then we got to flip all these guys back. There and there. Tuck this in. Oops, move that over, give it a squeeze. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's just use the same string. I want to give myself enough to work with. And then, how do we want to, oh, I hear somebody coming downstairs. Little pitter patter of feet. Hello.
Your hands cold?
I know that my hands are not cold. Are your hands cold?
No, but I got you a cookie.
Oh, a cookie. You made me a cookie. Look at my daughter made me an Easter cookie. If you can't tell, it is a chick in an egg. So there's his little mouth, there's a chick, there's the egg bottom. Awesome. I'm going to let it cool just a little bit. Just a titch bit because I got to get this done. Because I'm over my hour. These people are like, girl, we don't have time for you to eat a cookie. You need to finish your, but I will eat it. Oh, I will.
Thank
Okay. Okay, then we can wrap this around. And now what I want to do is I want to put stuff on the bottom. I'm sorry guys, I know I'm keeping you so very late, but it's just, it needs something. I don't know where these came from. This came from a Goodwill. Oh, these are wooden beads from the dollar store, I guess. I thought they were something else. They're pretty big, but it'll be fine. It's fine, I'm fine, everything's fine. Just put these on the bottom just to give it a little something. You can put charms, paper beads. Don't have to have anything at all. Do what you like. I just thought this would be kind of cute. Is that gonna stay on there? Okay, and then, oops, untying that bow. My word, I'm just a mess. Okay, double knot this so the knot doesn't come through the end of the bead. Let's try to get those two knots in the same place. Not even close. Come on, girl, get it together. Well, this is boring for you, isn't it? We're so close. I know, we're so close to being done. Okay, that'll work. So I will trim that there, trim that there. This is bugging me. I need to tie it tighter and make it look a little bit prettier. Like this. Like that. That's better. Trim a little off of there. Okay, there we have it. Whew, what a mess. Super cute, isn't it? Just a little, and then you can decorate. You can put a pocket on the back if you want, but that is so cute. I really like it. Let's open it up. Pretend to be amazed. Ooh. Ah, I think that's super cute. Love it. Well, that is Roxy's weekly challenge, week 11. And then let me just quickly bring back Margarete Miller. And Margarete Miller Monday, week 12. There we go, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm sorry it was a bit longer video. Stay tuned for Wednesday, our WIP Wednesday, and don't forget about Freebie Friday. And as well, remember, if you are a new creator and you want to do a live YouTube Zoom with me and have a chance to shout out your channel and get people interested in what you're doing, send me an email. It's my first and last name at gmail.com. I'll leave it down in the description box below. All right, guys, have an amazing day, and P.S. I love you.